Hello everyone. I am back today. I had difficult two games and I was able to win both of my games. And round three, I was playing against Kavutskiy Konstantin, who is well known as a chess streamer. I think his account is Chess Doho. And I did not really have much time to prepare, so I didn't know what to play. And I decided to go for my Slav system. I have played many times, and here Kostya played b3, which is a very solid system, but after castle I think he might have confused move orders. Here white should play bishop e2, and I will explain, and then at some point bishop b2, but not bishop b2 immediately. The problem with bishop b2 is that black can play e5, cd, d takes, e takes, knight d5, and here if white plays bishop e2, try to follow the line, like transpose the line, then there is a problem. Actually, Süleyman'la Aydın played against me in a very important game, Azerbaijan Championship, and he after knight f3, bishop f3, d4, ed, rook e8, king f1, queen a5. Black has a big advantage, and I converted my advantage here. However, here I think Kostya might have figured out that maybe it is better to take on e5 and play now bishop e2. So the difference is that now d4 idea doesn't really work, and I try to figure out how to continue. There were two. I was looking for bishop g4 move, but I felt like it didn't make sense, and finally after some thought I played bishop e6. The idea is simple. I just want to play rook c8, and I think the mistake comes here. Here my opponent played queen to d2, but the problem with queen d2 is that I play rook c8. I was thinking that maybe he had blundered this crazy idea. Rook takes c3. The thing is that bishop c3, I play knight d4, and if queen b2, I take c3, rook c3, and here I can play queen f6. If king d2, I can take on c3 or first queen f2, and this is completely winning. So rook c1 would have been a big blunder, and I could have played. I was hoping that he would play rook c1, and after rook c3, basically game ends fast. But he played the more strongest move, bishop to f3, and I realized that in this position I don't really have much. I didn't want to play knight to e4 because it simplifies significantly. Although Angel says that I had queen h4 move. What's the idea? Oh, so here I have an advantage. Queen h4 was a difficult move. I didn't see. I was looking for queen a5 check, but then it doesn't really work because king d2. If I check, he can go to e2, and there is no check on c2. So queen h4 was a strong move, and you had to play queen d4 or queen e5. Queen d4, rook d8, queen e5. What's the idea? Rook e8, and some crazy moves. Yeah, g3, queen d8. Okay, white is a pawn up, but still king in the center and hard to castle. Anyway, here I saw this interesting idea: bishop to g4, knight d2, bishop f3, gf, and knight d7. I thought his king is in the center, and it's not easy for him to castle. For instance, if he castles here, I have very strong queen f6 move with idea attack f3 and b2. The problem is that he cannot take and play f4 because of the fork, and otherwise pawn is losing. So I think he played the right move, f4. Although Angel says no, f4 was a bit weak move because of the queen h4, which I played. And I think maybe in this position he started going wrong. He played rook g1. The problem with rook g1 is that now king definitely is in the center and there is nowhere to go. I decided to double my rooks on c file, so enter to the second rank, and rook c1. He played. He might have blundered that after knight c5, I am threatening knight d3, and the position is gonna be a little bit difficult for him. Knight is coming for d3, and after queen d4. Oh, after queen d4, I missed my. I should have played knight d6 immediately. Knight d6, queen d2, and take c1, and the engine says it's -1. But I thought rook c8 was a very logical move. Still keeps an edge, although only gives 0.3. Not expected. So it was important to trade the one pair of rooks for me. I played rook d1. I played knight d6, queen d3, and rook c2 finally. And in this position, he had only moved to keep the balance. It was f5, which was a difficult move because I thought I had knight g5, but the engine says just grab d5, knight d4, and queen to d7. Apparently, this position is just 0-0-0. But here, finally, Kostya made a terrible move, rook d2. The problem is that after rook d2, queen d2, the first rank is weak and my queen comes back and trying to reach to a1. Here only the best defense was knight d4, but this looks also like lost because queen d4, queen f5. The king is very weak, so that's why you need to castle king as soon as possible. Yeah. Here he played f3. I made queen f5 move. Here I was calculating d4, but then I realized that maybe it's better to play queen f5, queen d1, then d4. Yeah, this was the winning idea. But my white played king d1, queen b1, knight c1, d4. Finally, I'm giving up the pawn to destroy the pawn structure. e4, rook c3, f5, knight c5, queen g5. At first, I thought after f6 I was going to win easily during the game. Then I realized that after f6 he plays queen h6, and if I go knight d3, he has rook g6, and it is just draw because of the perpetual. And if I don't play, I mean there was a rook d3 obviously move, rook d2, and actually never mind. In the game I realized that do I have any other move instead of f6? I saw okay, here are more than one ways to win, but I saw f6, queen h6, g5. Nice way to end the game. So here I played king f7, queen h5, and precise moves. And here white resigned because after queen h5 I go queen d8, queen h4, king c7, and after queen e7 I have knight d7, and there is no more check, and white wins. So it was a very tough game. My opponent put a lot of resistance. I couldn't break through for a long time, but finally I was able to do. So with this game I got 3 out of 3, and yeah, let's see what tomorrow brings. Thank you very much for watching. If you watched this far, please subscribe if you haven't subscribed. I will see you tomorrow. Take care. Bye bye.